your stripe again, I'll know just where to turn. Back to Vegas, shall we? I really should do something about that monorail with all the new resources at hand.
I gotta get through the nostril too.
Not only runs, but runs on time. Always bothered me, the imprecision. No need to worry about the general, by the way. He'll be held responsible, publicly disgraced. 36.5% probability of suicide, by my estimate. Kimball won't be able to save him. He'll be too busy getting thrown out of office. But less than a 3% chance of suicide, mind you. Vegas might see a dip in revenue for a few months, half a year. But soon enough, the tourists and their money will be pouring in. Vegas will be a shining jewel in the middle of the desert, an oasis of light, a beacon to show mankind the way to the stars. This is just the start, you see. This is where it all begins.
And so the courier who had cheated death in the cemetery outside Good Springs cheated death once again, and the Mojave Wasteland was forever changed. Mr. House's Securitron army took control of Hoover Dam and the Strip, pushing both the Legion and the exhausted NCR out of New Vegas. Mr. House continued to run New Vegas his way, a despotic vision of pre-war glory. The streets were orderly, efficient, cold. New Vegas continued to be the sole place in the wasteland where fortunes were won and lost in the blink of an eye. The courier, fair and kind-hearted to those in the wasteland, ensured that Mr. House would keep New Vegas stable and secure for future generations. Mr. House afforded her every luxury at his disposal in the Lucky 38, both out of gratitude and a quiet pride in his choice of lieutenants.
Tabitha and Rhonda went east, through Caesar's Land. Occasionally, tales of their exploits found their way back west, though few believed them. Eventually, the stories concerning the duo were collected and published, and proved to be quite popular with children.
Invigorated by his travels with the courier, Raul once more took up his guns in memory of his lost Rafaela. Soon after, the Mojave was filled with tales of the ghost vaquero who hunts down those who prey on the weak.
Mr. House showed little interest on the boomers, who eventually began venturing out to Nellis to meet and trade with travelers.
Despite her departure from the group, the Brotherhood's peace treaty with NCR came as some relief to Veronica. Though she remained friendly with surface patrols, she was never again permitted to enter the bunker she once called home. Fearing for the safety of anyone she associated with, she continued her solitary life as a scavenger. But reports would emerge from Mojave scientists and social workers of old equipment miraculously repaired and research notes mysteriously completed.
Their leaders destroyed by the courier, the fiends scattered throughout the wasteland. Without the organization of Motor Runner, Cook, Violet, and Driver Nephi, they were easy prey.
Arcade was outraged by Mr. House's power play following the defeat of Caesar's Legion at Hoover Dam. Though he remained in Freeside for a short time after the Securitrons established widespread control, he eventually traveled back into NCR territory. Disillusioned with the followers of the apocalypse, he settled down in the outskirts of the Boneyard, where he worked happily as a family doctor.
After Mr. House gained control of New Vegas, he sent a Securitron to Good Springs as a token of appreciation for helping the courier. Victor was a mixed blessing, however, as he continually monitored the town for Mr. House.
In the years following the destruction of Cassidy Caravans, NCR used evidence of the plot to blackmail the Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs. NCR enacted strict trade laws with little resistance, strengthening their supply lines and their position in the Mojave. Cass lived to see Hoover Dam in its old world glory, humming with power the likes of which the Mojave had never seen. Vegas burned brighter than ever. Securitrons filled the streets, and Cass's heart skipped, just a little. Her last words were to the dam, and to herself. We were going full speed ahead, but facing backwards the whole time.
During the Battle of Hoover Dam, the Great Khans quickly evacuated Red Rock Canyon and headed north and east into the plains of Wyoming. There, they reconnected with the followers of the apocalypse and rebuilt their strength. Bolstered by ancient knowledge of governance, economics, and transportation, they carved a mighty empire out of the ruins of the Northwest.
Thanks to the Courier and Lily, a cure for the Nightkin's schizophrenia was found shortly after Dr. Henry's experiment concluded. Nightkin and other super mutants in the wasteland flocked to Jacobstown, and the town became known as a haven where a mutant could find peace.
Lily continued to take her medicine at half doses, and although she remembered her grandchildren, her mind remained muddled and confused. Eventually, she parted ways with the Courier and traveled west, seeking the remnants of her past.
Flush with his victory, Mr. House sent Securitrons into Freeside, thinking to increase his control over the area. When fighting broke out, the Kings fought valiantly, but were no match for the armored killing machines, and were wiped out to the last man.
After Ray's brain was transplanted into Rex's cybernetic body, it took Rex some time to adjust to the old scrapyard dog's memories. Eventually, Rex's mind settled peacefully, melding his own memories with that of long travels with old Lady Gibson.
Shaped up by the Courier's advice, the Misfits distinguished themselves during the Legion's attack on Camp Golf. Mags was finally promoted to sergeant, and the rest of the Misfits received an official commendation. They continued to serve with distinction for many years.
Though Novac was a low-priority target for the Legion, many of Novac's citizens died in its defense. In the weeks that followed, several bright followers returned to Novac to help restore its defenses, allowing it to remain independent of NCR.
Though NCR was withdrawing from the region, Boone remained in New Vegas, finding work as a security guard and caravan scout along the highways. While he might have preferred rejoining his old unit, Boone couldn't bring himself to abandon the city where he'd met his wife.
After Hoover Dam, the leaderless powder gangers at the correctional facility vanished into the wastes, leaving the prison empty. The correctional facility became another abandoned ruin in the wasteland, its carcass occasionally picked over by enterprising prospectors.
Armed with a wide array of improvised explosives and stolen weapons, the Vault 19 powder gang tormented the Mojave wasteland for years. Citizens of the NCR were favorite targets, and they always suffered the worst fates.
After Hoover Dam, Sheriff Myers runs Prim with his own style of frontier justice. He deals with most folks fairly, but now and then someone winds up dead with little to no evidence against them.
Due to the Courier's intervention, Chief Hanlon abandoned his plan to sabotage the defense of Hoover Dam. The Rangers assisted the troopers admirably during the Legion's ill-fated attack. Though the Courier snatched victory from NCR, only General Oliver was blamed for the loss of Hoover Dam. Hanlon, exhausted from a lifetime of service to the NCR, stepped down from its position in the Rangers and retired to his ranch in Redding.
After their bold arrival at Hoover Dam, the remnants disappeared as quickly as they came. Legends of their power spread throughout the Southwest, a reminder of why people once feared the sight of vertibirds in the sky.
And so the Courier's road came to an end, for now. In the new world of the Mojave Wasteland, fighting continued, blood was spilled, and many lived and died just as they had in the old world. Because war never changes.
Alright, that was Fallout New Vegas. For the most part, everything turned out the way I wanted it to. The Kings didn't really go as well as I'd hoped it would. They all die out in the end. with the choices I made, and I just checked, and the only way to save them would have been to complete a quest I was never given. Because to get this quest, you have to help the NCR up to a certain point, and then you can, you know, go that way. Very annoying. But, you know, the only way that I think I can actually help the kings and have them not die out in the end, and help Mr. House, is... Let me just double check. No, it's not that one. Because there are a lot of... Yeah, no, I'd have to make the kings be hostile to the NCR and then go with Mr. House. And it doesn't seem like there's a way to make it so that going with Mr. House and helping the NCR with the kings works out well for them. So, oh well. Things happen the way they happen. Yeah, so this game took a long time to get through. Quite a while to actually record it all, even longer to actually bother editing it and upload all of it. And even then, I'm recording this in July? Is it still July? It's still July. It's like the end of July, but still. So yeah, by the time this actually goes up, and like it gets seen by people, you know, if people ever actually click on it, it'll have been quite a while after it. So, yeah, I had fun. I'm glad my vague organization of my character stats actually worked out so that I did get, you know, max stats and some decent special stats in the end. I didn't really need charisma though, so I just left that at 1. Did I upgrade it to 2? No, I upgraded luck to 2 after Lonesome Road. But yeah, lots of fun. Kept me busy, gave me something to do. And I've been recording for like almost 3 hours. Oh well. Additional programming. Andy Archer. Why does he have 2 D's in his name? Sven Knutson. That Knutson is an actual last name? Holy crap. I thought that was made up for the... Was it 90s or was it early 2000s? I don't know. There's a game called Normality, which is kind of terrible. But the main character's name is Kent Knutson. Ooh. J.E. Sawyer was the project director for Honest Hearts. Huh. Yeah, that's why that one feels kind of weird compared to, the other thing. The other 3 feel similar enough. They were all directed by Chris Avallone, apparently. Either way, I love this game. I'm glad my plan of kind of just walking into the battle, with a second battle for Hoover Dam with no weapons on me and just a mountain of stim packs in my pocket worked out. That's delightfully stupid to me. Especially since I've spent the rest of the game shooting people. Yeah, next will be something a little different. I might actually bother getting around to finishing Dead Rising 2 with Devin, a friend of mine that I've been playing games with him for a long time. We did Resident Evil 5. Did we do any other games? I don't even remember. I'd have to check my channel to actually see. I don't think so, though. But anyway, we might actually bother finishing that, and I might put those up on here, but for the most part, I'm going to stop doing this kind of thing, like this format. Instead, I'm going to try my hand at streaming, because a work friend of mine streams, and it goes well for him. He has fun with it. And, you know, I figure if nobody's going to bother watching these, with streaming, I can get through things faster. I don't have to bother editing as much. I can just put the VODs up for pretty much the same purpose, you know, archival purposes and giving myself a reason to not go back to those games. So yeah, next thing I plan on doing, like as a solo thing, not with a friend, is the entire Kingdom Hearts series. I got a capture card recently, the Elgato HD60S. Quality product, apparently. So says the Tanya Themcrafat. That is quite a name. My god. Kowalkowski? The development team had some phenomenal names. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. So yeah, I'll be trying that out. Try my hand on streaming, see how that goes. Fergus Urquhart. What a name. President and Chief Executive Officer. God damn. So yeah, I'll be trying that out, and I might just leave credits to go. I imagine there's not too many left. John Wunder. Let that be Wunder. Looks German. Could be Wunder. But yeah, so this game, I think it's gonna be like 250 parts by the end of this. I don't even know. I'll probably just have like the last 45 minutes be one big episode. Maybe I'll have it be like an hour. I don't know. Meredith, Sophia, and Logan for giving up Dad. The Naked Ninjas for helping me unwind. Okay. My family and friends for being supportive. F. Peter, A. Malecki, San Diego John. San Diego John! Great. To Sarah Spofford for letting me bounce ideas off of her gnome. My wife Kim for being more amazing than I could have possibly imagined, and the Staples clan. That will play this game. Cool. My mom, Diane, for always being there for me. Heather Wagenbach. Jonathan Hater for helping me unwind after work. For the love of Irma, always remember. Thanks, Mom and Dad. I wonder if Chris Avalon wrote a message for this. Who knows? I like Chris Avalon. He does some good work. Like, all of the things that he's attached to are really good, I think. I'd have to double check. Yeah, I think there is. Because, I mean, these are the special things. It's probably going to end, like, right after this. Ladies of LHH. Cast. Oh god, there's still a voice cast. I don't know. Mr. Wayne Newton. Chris Christopherson? Ron Perlman as the narrator. Fantastic. Matthew Perry as Benny. I love that he's first on the list, and, like, it's possibly, like, his worst performance or something. Renee Auberjonois? Bergeonois? Probably. William Sadler. Danny Trejo. Wait, that was Danny Trejo? I was not aware of that. Oh, and Felicia Day was Veronica. Dave Foley as Yes. Dave Foley? What? I need to look at credits more often. Michael Hogan. Is he related to Hulk Hogan? I'm gonna have so many things to look into after this. Ian Gregory as Papa Khan. He has a great voice. James Haran as the King. Kirsten Potter as Colonel Moore. Did I even speak to her? I might have done. Mitchell Lewis as Legatlantius. Delightful voice he's got. Jason Marsden. Craig Boone. Walt Basin Culta. President Kimball. All these colorful characters that we met. Oh, yawning is great. Stretching is also great. Will Wheaton is the Robo-Brain. William Mapother. Why do I feel like I know that name? Hold on. This is just dragging on, because I don't need to look at the credits, but still. William Mapother. Why do I know him? I don't know. Robin Atkin Downs is one of the Super Mutant voices? Oh, I think he also does a lot of TF2 voices. But he's a good voice actor. I like him. Children. I hate all of you. Additional voices. Alex Mendoza. April Stewart. Cindy Robinson. Courtney Taylor. Dante Reed. Deborah Wilson. Diane Pershing. Brisson Brooks. Okay, cool. So what has William Mapother been in? Why do I know that name? It's not a movie he's been in, because I don't know any of these movies. Steve Blum! Hey, he's in this game. Yuri Lowenthal. Robin Atkin Downs. Paige King. Ah, the Dead Money cast. Dave Mitchell. I think he was also in the main game. Laura Bailey. Is Laura Bailey the voice actor for the one of the female voices in Saints Row 3? She might be. Or I'm insane. I don't know which. Yeah, why Castle was Carl Matthews. That might be it. Hold on. Castle Carl Matthews. That's probably it. So, Disciple? Who's, the Burned Man? Joshua Graham. I didn't see. Maybe I missed it. I could have missed it. I don't know. Carl Matthews, goddammit. Yeah, I missed it. Okay. Jim Ward. That's another name that sounds familiar. James... Why does it say James Urbaniak as though his name is James? Is his name James? Hold on. James Urbaniak. No, his name is James. It's not James. Because it's James Urbaniak. It's his. His Urbaniak, and it's his Urbaniak alone. Celebrity acquisition. That is delightful. Roger Cross as Ulysses. Ooh. Like it. I like it a lot. Quite nice. Oh yeah, I remember what Willie Map other is. Yeah. So I know him for Castle, that's why. Okay. Will Volkman, dialogue recordist. Yeah, so for the streaming thing, I'm going to start with Kingdom Hearts 1, then move on to, oh lordy, then just go through all the games from release order, so that the story is shown in the order that it was originally shown. I'm not a fan of playing it in terms of, like, order of, chronology, just because something's lost when you do that. Because, like, actually, I'll explain all this stuff. But yeah, so I will have my Twitch account in the description. It's the same as this YouTube channel, so you can just find it that way. Based on Fallout 3 by Bethesda Game Studios. Oh god, there's still so much more to go. I'm probably just going to leave all this in, because I'm lazy, and I don't want to bother editing. But yeah, so I'll have the link in the description, and it'll be the same as my, my YouTube channel. So it'll be easy to find for anyone who actually does click on this, if they want to go check it out. Again, I don't care. People can do what they want. I'm doing this so that I can actually play through games and, you know, have unique experiences. Play games that I have not played before. First, I gotta get through all the games that I have played before. Very annoying. But, either way. It is fine. Oh, I never noticed in the background of this thing, you can actually see the Lucky 38. It's like right behind Senior PR Coordinator right now. You can actually see it. Never noticed that. Neat. Other things of interest in these backgrounds? NCR dollars, 25. I think it's just another 20. There's a new sheriff in town and he's looking for deputies. I'm a part of the Human Dignity Block. Good lord. I thought the credits would have been done like 5 minutes ago. And yet here I am. Still watching them. I could just skip them, but I'm in too deep now. I'm seeing this to the end. Oh, sweet mother molasses. I love stretching. It is good. It is a good time. I don't even have anything left to talk about. I've made the announcement. I will try and remember to put the list in. Oh yeah, I'm also going to put the full mod list I have by the end of this playthrough in the description of final episode. Special thanks to Todd Howard. Emil Pagliarulo. Wait, that's Chugga Conroy, isn't it? Why is he in the special thanks? Hold on, I have a new thing to look into. They're thanking Bethesda Softworks forum moderators? My god. The Emil Agliarulo. Why is he in these couple things? No, this is a different guy. Okay. Wait, what's Tucker Conroy's name? Conroy. I've made a horrible mistake. Emiliano. Okay. And then just an entirely different last name. Okay, so I'm stupid. Oh, no, I know... Okay, I remember why I know Emil Agliarulo. I'm not a fan of his writing. He's the lead designer and lead writer for Fallout 3 and 4. He was the design director for Fallout 76, and I like all of those games less. So, yeah. I don't know. No. Alright. Sitting back. In the back of my chair. I really ought to do some stretches. My neck is kinda sore. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do some stretches. I'm gonna mute myself, get up from my chair and do some stretches, and hopefully the credits will actually finish sometimes. But that's Germany. Okay. This is getting a little ridiculous. I'm done. Congratulations on completing Fallout New Vegas. Would you like to load a save prior to the Hoover Dam battle? If you select no, you'll be returned to the main menu. Cool. So, that was Fallout New Vegas. Thank you very much for joining me, and I do hope you will join me next time. Be it on this channel or on Twitch, who knows. To the 2 people who actually did subscribe for this, thank you. I don't know why you did. I don't know if you're ever going to actually see this video, or if you just click the button because, you know, you like clicking buttons. But yeah, so, that's it for me for Fallout New Vegas. VODs will go up. There'll still be things done on this channel. Either way. Whatever. Thank you very much for joining me, and I do hope you will join me next time. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!